Okay, today we are going to make a Google Drawings mosaic. Here's an example of a portrait that I created. A little more complex than what I'm going to show you today. Today I'm just going to show you some basics on how to make the mosaic. So the first thing you're going to do once you get to Google Drawings is go to File, New, and make a new drawing. Okay, it's untitled. I'm going to just call this Mosaic. Oops. And we are going to start by inserting an image. So after I title it, I'm going to go to Insert, and I actually have a picture on my desktop already, or you could search the web. So I'm just going to upload it from the computer. And I am using a very simple basketball picture that I have for this, and I'm just inserting it there. And so I am going to just make it a little bit bigger. I'm just going to center it. Alright, so some of the basic tools that we're going to use are the polyline tool, which is actually under the line tool. So if you click right here where it looks like a line segment, you will get to polyline. Okay, that's the tool we're going to use. And I would highly recommend also using the zoom button so that you can get zoomed in just a little bit more than 65%, which is standard. So I'm going to zoom in at least 100. Now, to make the mosaic, we just want it to look like almost like pieces of tile that are broken and put together. And so with the polyline tool, basically what you do is you just keep clicking until you make a shape. Once you connect it, it becomes a solid shape. So I did about 4 clicks there. I am going to go to border color and actually change it to transparent or take the border away. And for this, I'm just going to keep it all orange to keep it pretty basic. That's probably, let's see what that orange looks like. That's pretty similar to a basketball color. Now to make a mosaic, I'm going back to the polyline tool. A mosaic is basically pieces of glass or tile that are broken sometimes, so they're irregular, and there's usually space between them, which is called the grout. And so when I'm making all of these shapes, I'm purposely leaving a little space between them. I'm also not going into the black area because the black area is going to be a different color, so I'm going to save that. I'm just trying to get all the orange area right now. You can make your mosaic pieces all the same, so I could make them all triangular or all rectangular. I guess I'm kind of making most of these rectangular. I'm going to make a triangle just for some variety here. And again, part of the skill is really just getting the pieces really close together. The other thing that you're noticing as I'm making these is that the color is staying the same and the border is staying the same. So if you're working in an area and you know that you want everything to be the same color, you can just fill in that whole area with these shapes. Okay, so you can see I could even do some bigger ones. Maybe I'll make a longer one here. I'm going to do a couple clicks just to bend that slightly. And when it gets to be like this small shape that I have right here, you might want to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in to 100% and I can make a really small tool. Notice I'm on the zoom tool right now, so I'm going to go back to the polyline, click that, and when you see that plus sign, then you know you're on the polyline. And I'm just going to make a little skinny rectangle here. Alright, if I go to the select tools, you see how I'm accidentally overlapping that one just slightly? I can actually take the corners and actually shift them a little bit or squish the shape also. So now I'm finished with that one segment of the basketball. Okay, so now I'm going to switch, I'm back to the polyline, and I'm going to make these black lines in the basketball, but instead of making it one solid shape, I'm just going to make a row of black rectangles. So I'm going to switch to fill color and actually switch that to black. Then I have to make sure I go back to the polyline tool, and I can start, again, just making some skinny little rectangles here and fill that in. And again, I'm at 200% because this is such a small space. If I tried to do this at 65%, it would be much more difficult. So definitely, if you're trying to make smaller shapes, make sure that you're really zooming in that area. Okay, so I would just go ahead and continue. After I'm done with this, I'm going to show you how to take away the image and what it would look like for the background. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Alright, so I'm ready to start in this next section of the basketball. A couple tips. Once I get back to the polyline tool, I'm going to make my first shape here. And I'm just going to show you how you can find that orange that I already used. So I don't want it to be black, so I'm going to go back to the paint bucket. And here was the palette that I already used. So you can see that was, oops, sorry, that was the color that I used before. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was that one. Okay, so I can just match it. However, if I want this to look a little bit lighter, because the light is actually shining up here, I could change within that same palette and just do a lighter value. So I might just make all of these in this section a little bit lighter, just to kind of give it a little more of a 3D quality. Alright, and then I'm just going to carry on and make the rest of the shapes. Okay, so you can see that I worked on this a little bit more, and I have all of the shapes above done and all of the shapes down in this next section finished. If I decided I do not like the colors, for instance, if I want to change this whole section, a tip for you would be to hold down the shift button. So right now I'm sorry, first I have to go to the select tool. So make sure I have the arrow, which is the select tool. I'm holding the shift, and I'm actually clicking all of the shapes in this section. And it's an easy way to change the colors all at once. So you can see they all have that blue highlight. And then I'm going to go in that palette, and I actually want this to be darker values so that it looks like it's going from light to medium to dark. And then I'm going to exaggerate and make this down here even a little bit darker. So I start getting kind of a three-dimensional appearance on the basketball. Okay. Okay, so I'm finished with my mosaic. So this is the final touches here. Some things we want to think about. Number one is we need to remove that photograph. So I'm on my select tool, and I'm just clicking the photograph, which is that rectangle or that square you can see. And you can either just slide it over to the side so you can see your reference, or you could just delete it, of course, and get rid of it altogether. I'm going to undo and show you how easy that is. Let's say I did want to continue to work on it, I saw a mistake, you can just put it right back in place. I'm using my arrows on my keyboard, which is another great tool to align it precisely where you had it. So sometimes the arrows work just a little bit better for the precision. Okay, but like I said, I'm finished, so I'm going to delete it. Next thing we need to do is add a background. So I'm going to right click, go to background, and I want to add a gradient. And I actually kind of like that way that looks, because if it's a little bit too dark, I won't be able to see those black outlines or the black lines in the basketball. I'm going to right click and just show you how you can custom make your gradient if you'd like to. So if you go to custom, you can actually change the color. So if I want this, which is gray, to be white, I have to make sure I'm clicked on that little square, and then I'm going to go to white first and then have black in the corner. And you can actually slide these or change them and make them different, or even add another component and slide it so that I could make more of that center white. Okay, so you can see, or I could even change this to a whole nother color if I wanted to, like darker. So now that part is really quite bright. So that way, if I make it, I'm going to make it about right here. Where my basketball is, the grout appears to be almost white in color and then it's black on the edges. But I think it still gets a little lost right there, so let me just play with that just a little bit more. So I'm going to make it the white area just a little bit bigger, almost so it looks like it's glowing. There. Alright, so once you're finished, I think it looks great. You're going to go to File, Download, and I am going to save it as a JPEG. Okay, and once you save it as a JPEG, you should see it download. You can see mine downloaded right here, and you will have your finished product. Thank you so much for watching.